The Zodiac case attracts a broad audience as the killer has never been caught or identified. Furthermore, unlike in the vast majority of other crime cases, the killer left an abundance of evidence, advertently and inadvertently. For example, he made phone calls to the police and sent handwritten letters and ciphers to Bay Area newspapers. The language, words, and content of the Zodiac's letters reveal information about his personality, skills, education, and possibly also where he was raised. The following is a part of a longer linguistic analysis which can be found in my book, America's Jack the Ripper, the definitive account of the Zodiac killer. No one has ever reported that Zodiac spoke with a distinguishable accent, but his choice of words and certain phrases point across the Atlantic Ocean to the British Isles or any other population in which British phrases are used. His frequent use of the modal verb shall instead of the more colloquial will is typical of British English. Other aspects of his language also point away from the U.S. For example, he wrote Happy Christmas, a British expression instead of the one typical of America, namely Merry Christmas. The British are well known for their use of understatements in which the subject is deliberately downplayed. Zodiac used this figure of speech when he wrote that he was mildly curious about how much money had been offered for his arrest. In addition, the British may also be more prone to use words like kiddies and nice than Americans would. Zodiac also used phraseology associated with Britain at other times, although these instances are more ambiguous. If Zodiac wanted to convey the impression that he was British, he would in all probability have used a thick accent when he called the police, but he did not. It therefore seems likely that these characteristics were expressed unconsciously. Perhaps his parents immigrated to the U.S. from the United Kingdom, and they passed on common phrases and words, but his American peers influenced his accent. While this is possible, the most likely scenario when we take other evidence into consideration is that Zodiac was a Canadian who had relocated to the U.S. Canadian speakers are usually indistinguishable from American ones, but Canadian English is closer to British English, but spelling tends to be more flexible, combining both British and American rules, perhaps accounting for the fact that Zodiac never used typical British spellings like color with the extra U. Furthermore, the art of understatements is considered a trait of Canadian humor. On September 27, 1969, the Zodiac concocted a story about having escaped from the Deer Lodge prison, located over 1,000 miles from the crime scene. If the Zodiac had been a lifelong Bay Area resident, he would almost certainly have picked a well-known prison in California like the San Quentin State Prison or the California Medical Facility to serve as the basis for the ruse. However, the Deer Lodge prison is located in the state of Montana, which shares 14 Canadian border crossings with British Columbia, Alberta, and Saskatchewan provinces. It is also worth considering that the reason no one recognized the Zodiac's handwriting and physical description could be that his family resided far away from the Bay Area in Canada. If you want to know more about the facts, psychology, and language of the Zodiac killer, then you might want to get my book, America's Jack the Ripper, the definitive account of the Zodiac killer. My book has nearly 700 references and over 200 pictures, and it is the first authoritative book on the Zodiac case.